Now the question is, can our parents make choice for us on whom to marry? Is it a good idea that our parents will be the one to decide for us on whom to marry? For me, the answer is no. I am the one to marry, not my parents. You are the one to marry, not your parents. So if I'm the one to marry, the choice of whom to marry, the decision of whom to marry should be made by me, not by my parents. Because I am the one to live with the person I have decided to marry, not my parents. Now, the reason why it's not good for our parents to make choice of whom we should marry is because in case if anything go wrong, your parents will not be blamed. If anything go wrong, your friend will not be blamed. Even as a friend, you are not in position to impose anybody on anyone. You are not in position to decide to select someone for anybody for marriage. No, because once you select someone for your parents, for your friends to marry, if anything go wrong in that marriage, in that relationship, they will come back to blame you. For an example, in the Bible says that Adam came back to God and said, God, it is this woman, Eve, whom you choose for me to marry. So since then, God said, whosoever that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. In other words, it is no longer in my decision to decide. It's no longer in my position to decide for you on whom to marry. Go out there and make your choice. Go out there and decide whom you think that will be suitable for you for marriage. If anything go wrong, you will blame yourself. Then you will not have anybody to blame. Now, some people always say that this is the will of God for me. How do you know the person is the will of God for you? How do you know? Some people say it is God that chooses this person for me. How do you know? How can you prove it? Some people make some statement without having a proof. They say it was God that made this person, that brought this person to me for me to marry. No. Now, people make choice on various reasons. Number one, some people choose whom to marry based on physical look. You meet a lady catwalking, looking sexually attractive, and you're attracted to her. You just walk up to her and propose to her. So you can't come back and say it is God. No, that is not God. That is not God. So you are attracted based on the person's outlooks. In fact, 75% of people who are married, they are married based on people's outlook. I repeat, 75% of so many guys, so many ladies who are married today, they are married based on someone's outlook, someone's artificial appearance. So you can't come back and say the person you are married is God's choice for you, is God's approval for you. You are in position to decide whom you want to marry. Nobody is allowed to impose anyone on you as a single lady, as a single guy. So the choice of whom to marry should be made by you, not by our parents. Now, if you take for an example, so many marriages that have had issues over the years, many of them were people who were who made choice based on their friends' approval. Your friend will tell you, look at that lady, she looks very beautiful. Look at that guy. That guy can be suitable for you. That lady can be suitable for you. And you just decided to walk up to the lady and start to make proposal. You start to make marriage plans. Without sitting down to calculate, can this person suit in? Can this person suit in to my idea, to my dreams in life? Every man has a dream. Every man has a dream. There is something you are created for to achieve. So in the time of making decision on whom to choose, you should decide alongside of your dream. This is my dream. I need someone that can fit in this my dream, in this my vision. So these are the things you should put into consideration before deciding who to marry. You don't just wake up and say, my mother chose this person. My friend choose this person for me. And you just accepted it and start making marriage plans. Tomorrow, when this person start to walk on a negative direction against your dreams in life, against your visions in life, now by the end of the day, you will see that you will start to go down. Your dreams will start to go down. Your plan in life start to go down because the person was not in line with your dreams in life. So I'm here to talk to you as my viewers. Before you decide who to marry, first of all, discover your dreams. What do you want to become in life? What has God created you to achieve in life? Now, in line of what have been created to achieve, to become, you now plan and select somebody that can fit in to your dream, to your expectation, to your vision in life. Then, having said that, I also want to repeat, it is wrong for our parents to make decision of whom we should marry. It is not, they are not the one to marry, they are not the one to live with the very person. You are the one to marry. You are the one to live with the very person. Therefore, the idea, the decision of whom to marry should be made by you. Now, you meet a lady whom you love as a guy, or as a lady, you meet a guy whom you love, and you are making plans to settle down with such a lady. You are making plans to settle down with such a guy. You love the guy, or you love the lady as a guy, but you don't love the parents of this guy. You don't love the parents of this girl. Why? What are your reasons? It could be that the lady in question, she's beautiful, she's intelligent, she's respectful, she's sexy in her outward appearance, but you don't like the family where she's coming from. And your reasons could be maybe the parents of the lady, they belong to one secret society or the other. Maybe the parents of the lady, they are troublemakers. They are troublemakers. There are families like that they are known with trouble. In fact, there are some families, if you want to go into marriage, some people tell you, don't go there, they are troublemakers. They say, don't go there, they are troublemakers. So, this can be your reasons as a guy. Not that you don't love the lady. Not that you as a lady, you don't love the guy. But because you don't love the family where this lady is coming from, these things can be a hindrance. Because there are things that can be a hindrance to you as a guy from marrying the lady you want to marry. To you as a lady from marrying the guy you want to marry. You love the lady, but you don't love her family where she's coming from. It's possible. It's possible that you can love a lady, but you cannot love the family where she's coming from. It's possible that as a lady you can love a guy, but you may not love the family she's coming from. Maybe they tell you that in that family they believe in occultic, or what we call in the local palace, they call it juju. That's what I mean. So now you love the guy, but having discovered that the background of this guy is not good, it's not the kind of background you like. So therefore, the question is, will you continue to marry the lady? Will you continue to make your marriage plans? Having discovered that the family where this guy is coming from is not a good family. The background of this lady is not a good, she don't have a good background. Though you love her, though you love him, but you don't love her background. So these things can stand as a hindrance to you as a guy from going on with the marriage plans. This thing can stand as a hindrance to you as a lady from going on in marriage plans. I have met some guys who met a lady to marry, but after the investigation, they discovered that this family, the family of the lady has a bad name. And all these things contributed in making this guy to say, no, I will not go in. Even the parents of this guy discouraged him from entering into the marriage. There are some areas from southeast in Igbo land, we say that these people, they are Osu, which is known as a outcast. So the people like that, they are not meant for marriage, that they are married to the god of the land or anything they can call it. So now you as a guy, you met such a lady, you love her, you want to settle down with her, but people approach you and say, can't you see what this girl represents? Can't you see what this guy represents? Can't you see that the family where she's coming from is Osu? They are outcasts. You can't continue. So these are things that can contribute in making you to give up, in continuing with your marriage plan or who you want to marry. These are things. So having said this one, let me also talk another aspect. Another aspect I want to talk is the aspect of finance. Can you marry when you don't have something doing? These are issues. You see a lot of guys saying, I want to marry, I want to marry. Now, what is your foundation? Have you been able to lay a solid foundation before thinking about marriage? Marriage is not a bed of roses. I repeat, marriage is not a bed of roses. Marriage itself comes with challenges. Somebody says, the fear of pampers is the beginning of wisdom. Do you understand me? So before you start thinking about marriage, first, what is your foundation? Have you been able to lay a solid foundation? Because marriage is too demanding. I repeat, marriage is too demanding. Marriage is too demanding. I love you, I love you, I love you. You are the sugar in my tea. You are my bread and butter. It's only when there is money. When there is no money, that is when you discover that this person you say you love, that is when you see that the love will start going down. When there is no money to make the love to stand strong, that is when you see that the value you place on that person will start going down. So that is why it's good before you start thinking about marriage, you should first of all lay a solid foundation. Have something doing. Lay a solid foundation. As a lady, go and lay handwork. Some ladies, they are not doing anything. They are just waiting for a guy to just come on and knock on their door, so that they will carry their problem, carry their load and luggages, and walk in. Somebody said some time ago that some ladies are stranded looking for a house to park in. Do you understand me? Some ladies are stranded looking for a house to park in. So, as a lady, you were expected to get yourself engaged into something doing. Go and learn handwork. Learn handwork. If you have opportunity to go to school, go to school. Then after school, if there's no work, job available, go and establish one business, no matter how small it is. So that when marriage will come knocking, then you know that you have already laid foundation on something you can use to be supporting that marriage. Some people are stranded in marriage because of they have nothing doing. Some marriages have run into a kind of divorce because of what? Money that can facilitate the success of that marriage is not there. Some women are compromising in their marriage in order to kind of make ends meet, in order to take care of the home. Years ago, I met a lady that told me, a married woman, that she has a sugar daddy out there because of her husband has nothing doing. Things are not working well. The children are there looking up to her. So she decided to have sugar daddy out there in order to be helping the family, solving the family problem. So that's the reason why marriages are going through pains. You don't run into marriage when you have not laid a solid foundation. No matter how the pressure is. Some people push people into marriage. They have to look at your age. So when you start to suffer it, when you start to go through pains in that marriage, that person that pushed you into marriage will not be there. A lady told me a few months ago, she's going through a problem in her marriage. Now, she said when this guy proposed to her, she did not accept the guy. But this guy went through her auntie to convince her auntie. So when her auntie was convinced, this guy did something like buying a gift to entice her auntie, to bribe her auntie. So her auntie now came back and started putting pressure on this young lady. Say, look at this guy now. This guy has no problem. This guy this guy that. It was her auntie that convinced this lady to accept this guy for marriage. Now, this lady accepted this guy. Now, something happened. In the process in planning for the wedding, this guy started bringing out his attitude, his characters, his different colors. And this lady was shocked. She told me that when they went for introduction, on their way coming back, that inside car, that this guy threatened to beat hell out of this lady. Inside car, that this lady was shocked. She says she was shocked. She endured it. Later on, a day to the wedding, she said that this guy beat nonsense out of her. And that she even decided to call off the wedding a night to the wedding day. So it was people that came together and begged her. She continued with the wedding. Then after wedding, that was when she received the major beating of her life. To a level that when she took in, she had a miscarriage because of the beating she was receiving from this guy. As I speak with you now, she had 2 children, but she's no longer in that marriage. She has run away from the marriage. So many times you have people who influence us to marry somebody. Some people will go through your auntie, will go through your parents. They bribe your parents, they bribe your uncle, they bribe their auntie, they start to talk to you. Let me tell you as a single lady, let me tell you as a single guy, stand on your ground. Stand on your ground. Decide on whom you want to marry. Don't allow anybody to influence you on whom to marry. Now, having said that, let me also talk about divorce. Some people say divorce is bad. Some people say it's against my religion. Let me say this to you, sir. Your life is more important than marriage. I repeat, your life is more important than marriage. We should learn on how to cherish our life, value our life before valuing marriage. So if you value your life as a single lady, you will not allow anything that will affect your life. You will not allow it, anything. No matter anything they call it, whether they call it marriage, they call it love, you will not allow anything to affect it. Because you have value, you place value on your mind, on your life first. Your life is more precious before God. So if your life is more precious before God, you should cherish it. You should treasure your life. Treasure your life. I repeat, treasure your life. So once you are in marriage or in relationship, you discover that the relationship has turned into violent. You discover that the man has turned to become violent to you. My dear sister, find your way. My dear brother, run for your dear life. My dear sister, run for your dear life. Don't remain there until you die. When you die, the same guy that killed you in the name of marriage will still go out there and get married to other ladies. Let me say this in rounding up. Marriage is not a do or die affair. I repeat, marriage is not a do or die affair. If it's not working, carry your bag and find your way. Some ladies, the reason why they refuse to go back to their parents, they will say, hey, my children, I have children. How will I do with them? How will I take care of them? My sister, even if it is hawking pure water on the street, even if it is, selling biscuit on the street, please do. They are remaining in the same room with a violent man. They are remaining in the same house with a man that does not value you. It's better you run for your dear life. God will make provision. These children are from God. They are not from you. So the same God that brought them will make provision to take care of them. So this is my own contribution. This is my own message for you today. Please digest on all these messages and make sure that you will not fall a victim of marital issues.